So apparently everything in this world is fake, um, or staged, or manipulated, or whatever you want to contrive and feel about it. But not today, but yesterday, Katy Perry and a few other celebrity types ended up going to space. So let's talk about it. All right, how we doing? Hope everyone's all right. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, Jeff Bezos, the billionaire owner of Amazon, he likes to do these things where he gets celebrities that, I mean, in most cases, are no longer top tier celebrities. Celebrities that are either on their way out or have been out of the zeitgeist for a while. Likes to throw them in a capsule, send them up in space. Quotations, my favorite thing to do. For 10 minutes, whatever that it is, to have them come back down, broadcast it, do this whole thing, to promote his Blue Origin space company, whatever you want to call it, the penis pendulum shuttle, the Doctor Evil penis shuttle, as some people call it. Um, so yeah, there's been a lot of blowback on it, which I mean, anything these days is going to get major blowback on, especially with just the access that people have to express their feelings, good or bad, in this world. Hey, but that's what we're here, right? But anyways, so these ladies, it was Gail King, Katy Perry, and a few others, were sent to space. I don't know if they paid for it. I don't know if it was one of those things that Jeff Bezos just was like, "Hey, let's get your sweet asses in the shuttle and send it up, and we can call it a whole female crew that goes into space, and then we can call you astronauts at the end of it and do whatever. That's fine." Um, so they got to venture up and sit in a, I guess you could call it a capsule pod, whatever, that sat basically at the very edge of the atmosphere. Like it wasn't in a spot that they were floating beyond the realm of Earth. They were just kind of in between, is what you could call it. And it sat up there for 10 minutes until gravity pulls it back in, and then parachutes are launched, and they scuttle back down to or float back down to Earth. Um, to be honest, I mean, I think that would be cool, but at the same time, I would almost feel kind of gypped from that. If I had the means and money to make it to space, hey, let's shoot for the moon or something. Let's go and go out into space and actually do some stuff, not just float around the edges of Earth. I mean, we've basically gone back to the 1950s where we're just blasting people just past the bounds of Earth, but not, very far. I mean, we used to travel to the moon. We have been to the moon a few times. We have sent people out in shuttles to float around Earth. And it almost seems like we've taken a huge step back from where we were 40 years ago, 30 years ago. And I get a lot of that has to do with just them not putting money into the space program. There was really no need for it. With Russia, China, and India and these other countries not having the means to do it, but now they're beginning to have the means, especially India and China, to explore space a little more. Um, it's expensive. I mean, that was another reason why they stopped putting money into NASA. They decided they could spend money on other things like defense. So the thought process of actually sending in space is cool, but if I was going to go into space, I'd want to actually venture somewhere. I'd want to, like I said, go to the moon or go somewhere, not just plop up there for 10 minutes, look around, and go, oh, hey, that's cool. Sure, it'd give me a different perception of Earth and reality, I guess you could say, but at the same time, I don't know if I would be too impressed by it. But so anyway, either way, Katy Perry went to space, and people had some thoughts on it. You have them, showing this is her ride through space, little SpongeBob, little meme or whatever. First pop singer, but forgot about these guys. Okay, Crazy how Katy Perry and Lauren Sanchez go into space for 10 minutes are supposed to inspire women, but the women who already worked at NASA are checked nose, getting fired, and getting their bios removed from the site. Okay, I don't know. I don't have anything to say on that, but there have been women that have gone to space before. There have been women that have died in the shuttle program. So yeah, this whole, I guess you could say, hostage in time to really promote these ladies that went up in space is kind of it's not being as celebrated as you say. I mean, when you first hear about it, you think that everybody would come out and support and love it and preach about it. And from everything I've seen so far, is even like feminists are coming out against this thing and just saying it's just a staged thing. That I mean, it's not anything spectacular. Of course, you had Katy Perry getting out and kissing Earth. I mean, whatever. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. You had astronauts stuck in space for almost a year, and she's up there for 10 minutes and she's kissing Earth. But, it is what it is. Here's video of them in the capsule, kind of, floating around. And we'll get into how some people are saying that this is fake and staged, which, hey man, if you give any of those flat earthers and people saying we've never been to space any time, it's just, almost a waste of intelligence and a waste of, breathing on these individuals that think everything is fake. But so yeah, you have like the plus and minuses of Katy Perry going into space. We'll get into, people talking about how the money was spent to send these women into space. I think it was like $50 million, and people are saying that it could have been used on something better instead of sending people into space, which I understand and I get. But at the same time, people like Bezos and Elon own companies that are trying to advance themselves in the space agency area, in the space privatized space agency area. They don't have the rockets to get to where they want to be, and so they have to test and keep recalibrating and test stuff. And so this is what he does. He puts celebrities into a capsule, sends them into space because it brings investors in. It's the same thing with Elon showing his rockets, coming back and landing back on the fixtures. It's to get investors to put money in so that they can then use that money to expand their their practices and businesses to make it, hopefully deeper into space. That's basically what that is, and I get people getting upset about it, but at the same time, this is just their way of trying to get investors to add a little bit more money to this company or to this project. Um, and Bezos fell down. That's been the funny thing. People keep showing him falling down. Um, but yeah, there's been this whole thing that yeah, he spends $50 million to get a 90-minute break from their wife. So yeah, I guess he sent his wife into space too. So there has been that where the money used could have gone to other things. That is true. He could have used it for other things, but at the same time, it's his money. Billionaires are going to be billionaires, and they're going to spend their money how they want to spend their money. You can be angry at it. You can be upset about it. Me personally, I don't worry about those situations. That's one less thing for me to worry about or to get angry about. I don't understand why people get so enthralled by that situation. It's not anything I'm ever going to control or see in my lifetime, so why why do I worry about it? Sending a hot text, I mean a hot tweet or tagging them in all sorts of social media, you're not going to get a response from it. I mean, I think most of those people are just fishing for retweets, replies, and likes. I don't think that they honestly would do or say, what they're tweeting. But, that's the world we live in now where it's about, clickbait farming and farming for likes and comments. But I do understand the people upset that they are spending money in this situation instead of using it towards more humanitarian things. To argue against that, in Bezos and even Elon's mind, this is humanitarian work, as they see it. It's the way to advancing the human species as far as beyond Earth. I know a lot of people, don't think that way or think beyond that realm, but there are a lot of individuals that think beyond that realm, and these guys have the means and the money to do it, so they're going to do it. Um, if you're really upset about them spending the money on this and not on things humanitarian wise, I suggest you run for Congress and do better than some of those nut jobs that are doing in Congress and in the Senate. Then maybe you can get the ear of these individuals and maybe, persuade them to spend their money on better things than what they're doing. But until that time, all you're going to do is sit on social media and clickbait and farm likes and comments and just give yourself an ulcer or at worst constipation over something that you can't control and just need to move on with your life. Um, so yeah, the Blue Origin is what it's called. So here, I'm not even gonna attempt her last name. I think she's an actress. She blasted the all-female trip, the space mission this morning or yesterday morning. That's a big show. Like you say, you care about Mother Earth, and you're going into space in a ship built and funded by a company that's destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how much money you're putting into. So this is where I'm going to argue with. I love these celebrities and I love these individuals that always go, look at the state of the world. The state of the world is so bad. The state of the world, oh my God. The world is dying. Meh, meh. The world's not dying. The world is what it has always been. The world will be here for another billion years until the sun blows up or burns out and then destroys Earth. The Earth will be fine. Humans, on the other hand, we are the ones that are in trouble, okay? We are the we are the ones that are dying. And I hate that people keep saying Mother Earth and Earth is dying. Earth is not dying. Earth is fine. Earth has been here a billion years and has been in worse states than what it is in now. Humans, on the other hand, are the ones that are dying. The old George Carlin stand up. We are fucked. Mother Earth is not. Mother Earth will continue whether we're here or not. It has no care in the world what we're doing. We are just fleas on the back of a giant dog, and every now and then it scratches itself, and that's that's all that Mother Earth is. Um, Also, to say that the world is in a horrible state, I would think people 1,000 years ago would have an argument with the way celebrities, politicians, and different people bitch about how things are worse off now than ever before. You had times where you had hordes of just killing serial killers running across fields, going to villages, cutting off heads, raping and pillaging. And the village would not know that they were coming until they were right upon them. You had people being taken as slaves. You had cultures being destroyed and just disappeared. There are many cultures in in, in different continents of the world that we have know nothing of because they were just completely ran over by stronger, more menacing humans, and we'll find at some point or find in time. This it's laughable to say that the world and the way things are now are just so bad. I would almost would like them to invest in like time machine technology and get some time and send these people that say this crap back 1,000 years, back 500 years, back 1,500 years, and see what it was like living in a time where you had to seriously fight for your life every second of every day, unless you were in like a Roman city or in a village that you had warriors that would pay attention and keep the focus on keeping the villagers alive and and some sort of, I guess you could say, advanced technology, because it was hell for people that were out there on their own. It was 100 times worse than what it is now. So a lot of these arguments, I mean, this is just, I almost want to slap celebrities when they act all high and mighty like this. I understand the point that she's trying to say, but the language that she's using and how she tries to make herself all hoity-toity and high and above and holding her nose up at the world. I can't believe that they would do this when in reality you're a millionaire yourself. Your life is completely different than anybody else that's in this world. So to hold your nose up to to billionaires that hold their nose up to us and trying to compare yourself on a level of people that are struggling day to day, that's not a good look. This is as petty as this staged event. I mean, let's be honest. What she said is understandable. She's saying that we could use the money for better things, but at the same time, you're not doing too bad yourself in this world. Why don't you just shut the hell up? Okay, here she is. I think her complaining about it.
Type shit. Like, this is beyond parody. Saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted. Literally, I'm disgusted.
I mean, again, though, but look at how she's doing this. She's doing it on social media. She's doing it for the likes and the comments. If you generously feel or you have like a strong emotion that you don't like how this is being done, you don't like how billionaires spending their money, then do something about it. Again, put your money where your mouth is, run for Congress, change things, get in a forum where you can talk to these individuals and try to refocus how they want to spend their money. Otherwise, if you're just holding your phone in your multi-million-dollar house in your, European clothes with your, makeup and everything else on that you spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars for, trying to preach to the world that, oh, I can't believe that they spent all this money on these resources that could have gone to better things. Hold on a second. I have to go check my cameras because someone's trying to break into my $1 million house. I mean, get over it. I mean, she's clip farming. She's trying to keep herself relevant. It is what it is. I hate when celebrities do that nonsense, but get your point across, shut the hell up, move on with your life. That's what I would say to that. Now on to the whole. Oh, and I love these mouth breathers. These guys are awesome. The the ones that think everything is fake. The ones that they push science aside, they push reality aside, they push any sort of therapy that'll help them. Their mom didn't love them enough. Their dad left for cigarettes and milk and never came back. And so now everything is fake. The earth is flat, it's surrounded by ice. There's lizard people, Bigfoot is real. But
particularly absurd expedition into space yesterday by a bunch of ladies. There was a ladies' trip to the atmospheric barrier yesterday. Again, it sort of just puts a cap on how absurd all of America is right now. And it's like on the same day we have headlines about foreigners raping corpses on the New York subway. And
okay, this guy's just going on a crazy rant about everything. But you got people. I mean,
staged Katy Perry to space hoax. Aside of all the other proofs of this hoax, I just want to show you this really, really quick one that happened during the live footage of the opening of the hatch. Check this out.
You saw her get so emotional in her pre-flight
Okay, so I think what this guy is going to talk about, the reason why he thinks this is staged, is Jeff Bezos was walking up to the hatch, and supposedly he was going to use this tool to unlock it and open the door to let them out. But apparently it was built that they could open it from the inside, that the ladies could open it from the inside. And it happened to be as Jeff Bezos was walking up, one of them actually opened the door and they told her, no, 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 shut the door. That doesn't mean that it's fake. It just means that it was staged for publicity where they wanted to do this whole thing with Bezos walking up to the door. That happens. I mean, yes, that part is staged where he was supposed to walk up, open the door, and like congratulate him coming back. One of the women just was overzealous, probably had adrenaline running, opened the door from the inside, and now you have all these people saying that it's fake. Okay, so there you go. See, one of them opened it, and he's supposed to have a tool in his hand to like open the door, but one of them they just open it like, no, 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 shut it. Let Bezos open the door. And then Bezos goes up there and puts the little wrench to it
I mean,
because they were waiting for the cameras. I guess they didn't realize it was on. And he unlocks
That
it,
it's not
and they get out. And this guy's trying to say that that's fake. That's not fake. That was just a mistake by one of the women.
Oh my!
This guy right here is a hoot. We'll watch this in a second. I feel so bad for the younger generation. But yeah, not fake, but horribly staged.
My God, did you guys see Katy Perry went to space in the flying dildo? You know, the same Katy Perry that's constantly tossing up Illuminati signs and subliminal programming in her music videos? Yeah, I'm sure she's not a part of any demonic plan. Have a look at this takeoff video. What an interesting shape they fucking chose, eh? What an interesting shape they chose for the... It's so funny, bro. You guys got me going. Yo, let's see how this looks. This looks so real. So look at this. Yeah. Yo, who's buying this? Please, if you're buying this, put it in the comments because we want to make fun of you. Look at this. You guys think this is real? Just shut her up in this big dildo. Did also notice something very interesting on the suit that she was wearing.
Okay, so one, this guy, he either drinks too much energy drinks or he's, you know, I don't know whether to take this guy serious. I don't know half the time should take most of these people serious. Sometimes I think you have individuals that do this stuff sarcastically just to get views, to get people to interact with their stuff. I'm like 50-50 that this guy is like honestly believes what he's saying, and the other 50 is me going, he's just doing this to get, views on his channel, which there's a lot to do. Now, what he's going into, and I saw this, and it's just, again, God, dude, this is where people need to get out more. So there's a space patch, and it shows the Blue Origin, the rocket, the capsule, whatever, in space. It's supposed to have like trails, like from going up in the clouds behind it, and someone decided, which people always do, they always look for this stuff in there. They overlook and convince themselves that stuff's there that's not. They all need to go back on their meds. But so somebody turned the patch upside down and claims that it looks like the goat head that belongs to Satanist cults. And as you saw before, this guy is trying to claim that Katy Perry's in the Illuminati, which if she was chosen to be in the Illuminati, then Jesus frickin' Christ, the IQ level of the Illuminati has dropped severely if they're allowing celebrities like this be in it. Holy Christ almighty. That's not what the Illuminati is about, but fine if that's what this guy wants to believe. So yeah, we're really pushing the boundaries of people just overthinking and overselling things that are not actually there. But let's let Cheesehead talk here. I love his toupee though.
See it up. That looks like the Baphomet. This is the entity that, once again, the satanic elites, the Illuminati, tossing the Illuminati eye, they worship. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Baphomet is the symbol for the Church of Satan, a figure generally associated with occultism, paganism, and Satanism. Also a symbol of the Church of Satan. I find it hilarious how they chose this shape too. It's like they can't laugh at you guys any harder. They can't put it in.
So my man's all over the place, dude. It's like you're trying to prove, you're saying that this whole thing's fake, but the only thing that he goes into is that Katy Perry is a member of the Illuminati because she's so smart. She's obviously also a Satanist, even though that's not her patch. And then he just keeps ribbing on the dick shape spaceship or capsule, whatever you want to call it, which everybody has done since they saw the original one. It's nothing new. Jesus, go, my man, get off the cocaine.
In your face any more clear. But there's still people out there that are like, yeah, sweet, Katy Perry went to space. Fucking rights. Thank you, Elon Musk. That's awesome. Great job, Katy Perry. You are our hero. When really this lady is a puppet for the devil-worshipping elites. You guys are being played for the biggest fools on this planet. Because you are. You know, sometimes when I make these videos, they gotta come from the ego. Because I genuinely need to show you people how stupid you are to believe all.
Okay, yeah, dude, my man needs some help. Look at his eyes right there. One's this way, one's that way. His mother needs to jump in, either put him back on his meds, get him a better toupee, and definitely keep the drugs away from him. Cause holy crap, dude! I mean, you were talking about 20 different things there, and then you start off with it being fake, and then you end with it being a Satanist cult. Like, my dude, breathe, please, and go outside. And you're not smarter than anything if you think that Katy Perry's in the Illuminati. Jesus, I mean, your IQ might only be at 80. Maybe you could be a member of the Illuminati with that IQ. I mean, that's your stance on it. But so yeah, you got people that are saying it's fake, that they didn't actually go to, that it go to space, that the whole thing is CGI, just like when Elon brought the astronauts back, that was all CGI and fake. Um, yeah, so here, this is, they're trying to claim what looks like the goat head. This is, honest to God, you could turn anything upside down and make it look otherworldly or satanic. You could have somebody take some black paint and slam it against a white canvas, and 20 people are going to see 20 different things. Some people are going to see um, beautiful things. Some people are going to see ugly things. Some people are going to see, satanic stuff. It's all in the eye of the beholder. And if you're seeing satanic stuff, then maybe you're looking at it too much, and maybe you need to, like I said, spend some time outside or in church. I don't know. What are the um? So yeah, there's a whole trying to tie the satanic stuff in there, and then there's the ones, and I can't find them right now, but people are saying that, oh, here, let's click. This guy right here is fantastic too. This concerned citizen guy just puts up all sorts of craziness up there, but he's going in saying that, he's one of these flat Earth believers, and he believes that that whole, like, all this stuff was fake. Here we go again.
Spin it. I spin it. You know the number of the beast is 6. You know who they're working for. That guy right there. Pow. Right there. The same little things right there going at it.
So that looks like something from a video game with somebody wearing, something to help them breathe, and the eyes to see out of. I mean, again, everybody's seeing what they want. This looks like a cow or a moose. I mean, people are going to see what they want. It's the whole what's that Rorschach's test? That's all this is. And these individuals are going to see satanic stuff. Everybody else is going to see what they want to see. It's a Rorschach's test, and these guys only want to see satanic stuff. Yeah, there's that idiot again. Okay, so here. Yeah, that's him talking about the door. But so people believe that it was all fake, that they didn't actually go to space. It was all CGI. It's all fake. If you believe that, then man, you have a long life ahead of you, and it's gonna be a lonely life, man. Because when you're young, people will put up with that stuff because they find it funny, they laugh about it, they can't believe that you would say something like that. But as you get older, people get tired of it because you have to become intelligent with things. And to think that you somehow have a step ahead of everybody because you believe that there's lizard people, you believe that the world is flat, you believe that there's an ice world or an ice wall surrounding the world, and there's advanced technologies out beyond that wall, or you believe that we didn't land on the moon, whatever other conspiracies just out there that you can believe, and you think that you're the more intelligent one. Hey man, I got something to tell you. These things have been around for 40, 50, 60 years, and they have been disproven over and over and over again, to the point that you had people that came out and admitted that they either were wrong or that they were lying or that they were being led astray to what was actually going on. But I mean, if it gets you attention, then keep being an idiot. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but stop taking away from human ingenuity. It's like the Ancient Alien stuff, those shows that you could go into where they take everything away from the advancement of humans that they did on their own and try to say species from another world did it when it's not the case. That we got to be better than that. But yeah, I'm gonna go try out for the Illuminati now because my IQ is above. I think it was 118 the last time I took it, so I think I could make it in there. But we'll find out. Otherwise, hey man, find out good earth and dig it, and always watch the skies because they're out there. Bye.